It's road trip time. Today we're spending the day in Morelia, the capital city of the state of Michoacan. We've put together a list of the top 10 or so attractions. We've got one day to do it. Off we go.
We are Antonieta and Francisco, and we've lived in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, where we have owned and operated Antigua Capilla Boutique Bed and Breakfast since 2009. We love travel, food, and drink. Join us as we explore San Miguel and beyond.
Morelia is located in the central Mexican state of Michoacan, about 2.5 hours from our home in San Miguel and about 4 hours from Mexico City. Our first stop, the Morelia Cathedral. This cathedral was built between 1660 and 1744. The cathedral was originally built in the Baroque style. Much of the original Baroque interior details were replaced by neoclassical work in the 19th century. It boasts twin 230 feet tall bell towers. That's equivalent to a 23-story building. The cathedral is constructed of pink cantera stone similar to the stone used for the main parish in our hometown of San Miguel. Another cool thing to do on a Sunday morning here in Morelia is the Sunday bike ride, the Ciclovia Dominical. Every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. they close off parts of the main streets around the historical center. It's a good way to explore the historical center by bike. Our next stop, the Temple of the Roses and the Garden of the Roses. The Temple of the Roses, built in the Baroque style in the second half of the 18th century, features 3 intricately detailed gold altars. So every Sunday, artisans show up here and set up shop to sell to the public. Check these things out. Our next stop is the Temple of Carmen. Let's go check it out. An interesting fact about this temple is the roof. It features 4 domes that were built in the 17th century to replace the original wooden gabled roof. There are so many beautiful churches here in Morelia, one after another, and this one does not disappoint. A lot of them are constructed with the pink cantera that we're familiar with in San Miguel de Allende with the parish of our town, the parroquia, but it's a whole different style over here. Next on the list is the San Francisco Church. Let's go. Okay, so we've come across this church that is not on the map. It's kind of strange, but it's incredibly beautiful. So we're going to come check it out as well. Let's find out what the name is. Okay, so we found out the name of this church is the San Jose Temple, and I'm going to take a peek inside. Okay, the inside is pretty simple, but it's still a pretty incredible church to come visit. All right, we've made it to the Temple of San Francisco. Let's go check it out. A former convent completed in 1610 by the Franciscans, it is said that these buildings are the oldest in the city. Next to the San Francisco Church is the Michoacan Art Institute. If you want to see all of the artisanal things that are made in the state of Michoacan, this is the place to come because you'll see art from all the different regions of the state. And it's not only incredible for the art, the architecture is pretty amazing too. Time for a coffee break. What you see behind me is a fountain called the Fountain of the Tarascas. I'm going to have to confirm this later, but it looks like 3 bare-chested Purepecha women, perhaps, holding a giant bowl of what looks like fruit. It's quite beautiful. Okay, I've lost Antonieta. I have no idea where she went. Oh, there she is.
Time for a mango stop.
Okay, right down the street is the Guadalupe Sanctuary. Let's go check that one out. The interior of this church is absolutely crazy. Every last bit of this church is covered with a relief that looks like it's gold leaf gilded. Amazing. This is the highlight of the trip. Next up, Plaza Jardín Morelos, the largest public square in the historical center of Morelia. This plaza features an amazing sculpture of the Mexican independence leader José María Morelos y Pavón, done by Italian artist Giuseppe Unguileri. Next to the statue is the Morelia Aqueduct. Although it reached 7 kilometers in length when it was finished in 1730, only 253 arches that span 1.7 kilometers remain. Okay, that wraps up our one-day visit to Morelia. So here we are, getting ready to eat some dinner and head on back to San Miguel for our 2.5-hour trip back home. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos like this, please let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel, hit the notifications bell, and give us a thumbs up. We were able to hit up all the top spots that were on our list. Lots of churches that we saw. There's so many more that we didn't get a chance to see. We'll have to come back and make another trip out of that. The Guadalupe church was amazing. The cathedral is incredible. The people, the city is rich in history. There's tons of colonial architecture here. Sunday is great if you are into bike riding. The historical center is pretty flat, so the riding is pretty easy. It's a beautiful city. I'm really glad that we drove out here, and we will be back for sure.